Yo, what up, y'all? IntraVenus here, back with another episode of P.O.L Game Review and Music. And today, it's number 20 of my Spawn collecting series. So I've done 20 of these, and in each one, we had at least 5 action figures. And today is got to be one of the best. So, let's start it out with a banger. Thanks for tuning in, y'all. Here we go. Yo, whoa, bruh. I have been looking for this action figure since the day I started collecting Spawn toys. Not talking about when I was a kid, but really collecting as an adult. And when I realized that there were variants of action figures, boy, let me tell you, somehow I stumbled upon then the White Redeemer. There's a reason this is not in a box, alright? White Redeemer was an exclusive variant, and they must not have made very many, because this is a holy grail item as far as Spawn action figure collecting. I looked everywhere for this, and I only found it 3 times. The first time it was boxed on Mercari, and I think I sent an offer, or maybe I just tried to buy it, and they just ended up taking it down. Usually that means they already sold it, or they realized what they had, because it was only like $40 or something. Then I found it sealed again for $155 on some collectible toy website. The only other time I found it was on eBay, and it was unboxed. This is out of the box, unfortunately, but then again, kind of fortunate for us because we get to see it in all its glory. The White Redeemer. This is in pretty good condition. You know, if you don't know, we have covered the original Redeemer on this channel before. It was one of the first episodes, I think. And here I've gone in and I cleaned up the battery contacts and added new batteries. So he's got the light up arm and light up chest. You could take his cape off, you know. He's got this big battery pack here. The White Redeemer. Now, I learned something about White Redeemer going online and talking with some of my friends and fellow collectors in the community. And this is just a shout out right now to Spawn Hunter. Shout out, brother. And you know what I'm talking about. And if y'all don't know, then shit, y'all better look up Spawn Hunter. He's got to be the Spawn collector. And he also did his own Spawn convention recently. SpawnCon 1. I think there's a SpawnCon 2 probably coming. You know, shout out to you. But I talked to him on Facebook. And I asked him if he had this. I said, of course, he'd probably have this. And he said it came with a few other exclusives. And I actually have all the other exclusive colors, except for this one boxed. This is the only unboxed one. And you'll see in the close-ups, it's really cool, of course. And he's got his light-up blade, his light-up chest, his attachable cape. Redeemer didn't have any weapons, I don't think. Let me look up here. I have my other Redeemer up on the wall. And, yeah, no, that was the thing about him. You know, he's actually really hard to stand up to. I tried standing him up so much. I've only gotten him to stand up like once or twice. The backpack on the back with the batteries really weighs him down. But this is really, really freaking hard to come by, y'all. Let me know in the comments if you have one of these. Because if you didn't know, you have a very, very, very rare Spawn action figure. This is a holy grail, man. So shout out to whoever sold it to me on eBay. I think it was like $25. I would never spend that much on this. I might even spend $30 on this unboxed action figure, but it was worth it. I had to prove to myself that this was a real figure, because I was starting to think, until I talked to Spawn Hunter, that I had just seen some sort of custom paint variant that someone did on their own. But no, this actually existed, and it's wonderful. I am so thrilled to have this figure. It has some dirtiness to it a little bit. I tried to clean it up as much as possible. There's some age grime to it. It's actually really clean on the front. But if you look down around the legs and the armor, you'll see maybe some discoloration. I don't know if you could see here on the camera. You might see in the close-ups. But it's kind of less than gold on the shins here and stuff. I want to get like a Q-tip and some nice cleaner and really clean them up well. Because I'm pretty sure at least some of that will come off. But I don't want to spend too much time on White Redeemer, but come on, y'all. It's White Redeemer. Yeah. All right, let's go to the next action figure. Yeah. All right. White Redeemer, come on. I actually talked about White Redeemer in one of the first episodes I ever did. I was like, I need to get that White Redeemer. Anyhow, we're on to the next action figure already, and this is Medieval Spawn 2. This was actually requested by someone in the comments recently, and so I decided to put it in this episode for you. Thanks for asking, and if y'all ask me for something else, maybe I'll do it. Check it out. This is so awesome. You know, this isn't a holy grail because it's not that hard to find, though this is a very minty fresh card in box. I looked at several and I wanted to get one that was not yellowed, one that wasn't bent. It's very smooth, very clean. You'll see in the close-ups here that Medieval Spawn 2 is from the Spawn Classic series. And that is series 17. And Medieval Spawn 2 has a removable mask, which is really cool. He's got these maggots crawling out of his face and in his mouth. He has real metal chains and also more of them on the skulls that are included. He's got a little staff spear with an actual cloth attachment, you know, a little extra pizzazz there. His mask is awesome. His sword is awesome. He comes with this, I guess it's some place to stand him. Yeah, I think you stand him up on this. Not a background. Could be a background. If we look on the back, they all come with like bases, most of them in the series. So this is a base to stand him on. Once again, this seems to be more or less a statue. It's like a statue with action figure attachments. There's some movable parts, you know, but it's like when they get further on, I know I said it before, but they go between being statues and lots of movable parts and a little bit of movable parts. So on the back, you'll see that once again we have a sideways card because I have featured one action figure from this set previously, and that was Clown 3. But this is Medieval Spawn 2. You'll see on the side we have Spawn, Nitro Riders, Austin Powers, Rob Zombie, Alice Cooper, Bob and Doug McKenzie, whoever that is, Kiss Alive, Slapshot, and Movie Maniacs 3. We got Spawn 5 featured in this series, as well as Tiffany 2, Malbolgia 2, and Al Simmons. There is no clip and collect, and the card is sideways. A couple things, small gripes, nothing big. You know, this is an awesome action figure. I could say awesome a million times. This baby's sick, radical, dope, fresh, whatever you want to call it. I hope you enjoy Medieval Spawn 2. Let's go ahead and move on to the next action figure. Alright, y'all. Next up, we have the first of this series to be featured. This is Series 21, Alternate Realities, which is pretty interesting nowadays with all the alternate realities and dimensions and Spider-Man and all that stuff. I could see where some alternate reality spawns could really be popular, or at least interesting. There's some cool stuff on here, and at first I was a little questionable about getting this one. I was like, really? Pirate Spawn? Pirate Spawn. He was a pirate, you know? But actually, there are so many damn different types of spawns, and this is one of them. It's an alternate reality. What can you say? Pirate Spawn comes with the hook on his hand. He's got a little gun, like an old school rifle. He's got some sort of keg. I don't know if that's like a barrel explosive or something in there. It's supposed to be. He's got a sword. I guess you can change his hand cover out maybe for this little mace type round spiked ball dealy. He's got something else in here. What is that? I guess it's some kind of sash that goes over his back. Oh, it's a sheath for the sword. I imagine there's a sheath for the sword in there. This is the original paint variant, and you know, it's pretty freaking cool. Also, by the way, the last one, the Medieval Spawn 2, was also the original variant, as far as I know. Let me know, though, how many variants there were of Medieval Spawn 2, by the way. And also, Pirate Spawn. You'll see on the back, this series also featured some very popular action figures, actually. We've got the Wings of Redemption Spawn here on the bottom left, which has recently been redone in a new action figure that you can pre-order now on Amazon. People are already getting theirs. They got it from McFarlane Toys. There's another Raven Spawn here. There's a Deluxe Spawn 7 sitting on the throne. There's She Spawn 2, Alien Spawn 2. This is actually a really cool set. And you might say Pirate Spawn is the least cool, but very cool indeed. So it's the least cool, not like bad. What do y'all think about Pirate Spawn? No clip and collect, but it's a nice one. Let's go on to the next one. Oh, whoa. Oh, whoa. Oh, whoa. Oh, man, that's hard on the back. I had a really large Violator figure that I put in an episode a while back. And I decided to get, you know, the matching Spawn. This is the largest Spawn action figure that was ever made, as far as I know. Let me know if you know otherwise. This is one of 4 in the Super Size action figure set. Super Size figures. Spawn. Unfortunately, down here you'll see his shin guard is rattled off. It's supposed to be removable though. It's got like a little clip on it. I wish I could just reach in there and clip that back on, but I don't want to get in there. I'm pretty sure this was never actually opened. Also, his cape, his cowl, whatever here, is bent sideways. That looks like it's got like a bendy rubber style on the box that shows it flared out, but inside it is bent to the side on one side. I'm not sure if they always did that in the box or maybe that just happened to this one, but it's pretty big. And he's got this massive pistol back here. Look at this pistol. It's like the size of a small firearm that someone would put in their purse, actually, like one of those little tiny derringers or something. I don't even know why he needs a gun that big, because it's like a pistol, and he's... whatever. It's Spawn, yo. So, yeah, this is pretty freaking sweet. He's got some plastic chains, but still, they dangle all fresh like. He has a base to stand on. He's got a big old knife. Really nice looking, just super size action figure. This actually is from 1996, so we're taking it all the way back. Normally I would have done this first because it's the oldest, but it's also the largest, and so I saved the largest towards the end. I don't know, I kind of mixed things up this episode, but you'll see in the package that this is the original variant, and I don't think they did paint variants of these large ones, but I wish they did. And maybe they did, and I kind of doubt it though. On the back, you'll see that this set also included Angela, Medieval Spawn, and Violator, as we've featured on the show before. It also has Series 4 on the back, Series 5, Series 6, Wetworks, Series 2, and Series 1 of Total Chaos. No clip and collects are available on the Super Size action figures. They do put this like description on the bottom. I don't want to flip it all the way. Let's see. You can see like some directions on how to use the figure. It's huge, and I would like to take it out, but I really wanted to take the Violator out. If anything, I would take the Violator out. I don't know. What do y'all think about this massive massive, massive Spawn figure. I'm gonna have to get the other two, and I don't know where to put these things, you know. But whatever. Let's go on to the next one. Womp, 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 womp. Here's something different. And you might say that this is actually the surprise. Thanks for sticking around at the end, because I've got so many things coming. I decided to put 4 main figures in this one and a bonus. So, thanks for sticking around for this here. I decided to pick up 2 of these. I got 2 of the other ones too, because I want to open one and I want to keep one sealed, and they're on sale on Amazon. They were like half price. So this is the Scorched set, and it's got issue 13 in there, I believe. We have Mandarin, Spawn, and Freak, and on the back it seems to have some sort of bookmark. Is there a bookmark in there? I'm not sure, but it also has a stand in there so you can actually stand up your comic like on display, and that is wicked. You know, this was like $9, and I want to see the figures out of the package. So we're gonna go ahead and do an opening episode, a different episode, you know, and just open up this. You know, we'll do one for each of these page puncher sets. The page punchers are interesting, and you know, the figures are kind of detailed for being small, but they're tiny little figures. Comes with the comic book in there. I noticed this one has a bunch of different languages on it. I don't know if they all have multiple languages or I got some sort of multilingual version, but I made sure that it did have an English comic book in there so I can read it. And hey, that's the Spawn 3-inch comic 2-pack. And what do you think about that? Thanks so much for sticking around till the end of the episode. I'm so glad you did. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons if you like this, or if you haven't been subscribed, because it really helps me out and inspires me to do all these things. And plus, I'm buying Spawn figures constantly. I'm on my way up to 130 action figures. So, stay tuned, and I got plenty more for you. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace, peace, peace.
Childhood, we were all there together, and in denial would play like it was forever. And in the tall woods, we'd stay out of the weather like it was all good. Every day we made it for pleasure. We were saying whatever came to our minds, plain and simple like a tetherball reaching the sky. We were taking new heights on the swing while it was making us fly. Beat the king of the hill and everything will be fine. The thrill of everything we would find, the innocence of a child. You could see in the eyes when you're making them smile or you're making them cry. We can take out a bikes and have them racing for miles. It's like a dream.